I'm holed up in a hotel in northern New York waiting out a hurricane of all things.
Beryl's long march across the country honed in on the Northeast Wednesday, causing catastrophic flooding throughout parts of Vermont, dumping 3 to 5 inches of rain in a matter of hours and leading to dozens of rescues.
One of the things I absolutely love about bikepacking is everyone's setup is completely different. Every time I talk to someone about their rig, I learn something new. I see something I've never seen before. So I'm hunkered down in here in an impromptu studio. Thought I would shoot a little video and walk you through something a little different. I thought today I'd walk you through my setup end to end and go through some of the tips, tricks, and hacks that I use to get my bike set up exactly how I want. When I'm doing a long bikepacking trip, I oftentimes like to add Aero bars. This isn't for speed, this is purely for comfort. And I often refer to them as comfort bars because of that. This just gives me extra hand positions and a chance to rest my upper body and take a break from the normal riding position. Aero bars also give the opportunity for a few neat little hacks that allow me to customize my cockpit and deliver exactly what I need. First off, I 3D printed an Aero bar bridge. I found this on Thingiverse and then modified it to meet my needs. The modifications include changing it from working for a Garmin to working with a Wahoo, and I also added a GoPro mount on the bottom. That GoPro mount on the bottom allows me to conveniently mount the light out of the way, yet still above the handlebar bag. Another thing I like to do is wrap some paracord around my Aero bars. This allows me to attach all kinds of different things, whether it's something I pick up at a store for a resupply, or on those pesky days where you need to put on and take off your rain jacket repeatedly. This can be a very handy place to keep it secure and out of the way and ready to grab when you need it. Moving just a couple inches back, this is a super handy place to attach a feed bag. It's completely out of the way, allows for including a bottle, food, other things. And my absolute favorite is, I refer to this as a milkshake holder. Get a milkshake, pop it in there. It'll keep it a little bit cooler because of the insulation. And with the straw, lean on the Aero bars and just lean over and enjoy your cool milkshake for miles to come. Continuing to work my way back, next up is my InReach Messenger. This is a satellite communication device, allows me to keep in touch with family, allows them to see where I am at any given point, and allows me to call for help if I need it. Now, the number one complaint about the InReach Messenger is they provided no mechanism for actually mounting it to your bike. But that's easily solved with a stick-on, quarter-turn mount found on Amazon. You can find a link to this in the description below. Stick this on, now I can mount it easily onto my bars, or if I prefer, I can easily stick it onto a different Garmin mount I have behind my saddle, and it's out of the way and works fantastic. Now this next one is going to be pretty hard to see. I'm using one of the hardest to find bikepacking accessories, the Fred bar. The Fred bar is designed for mountain bikes, allowing you to add an additional attachment point further back for attaching your Aero bars and allowing you to ride in the proper Aero bar position. But on a road bike, that's not needed. So instead, I use it as an additional mounting point for my Salsa Anything cradle. This allows me to get my front bag low and out of the way while still preserving the handlebar space for my Aero bars. Now this is the Fred bar right here. It attaches to the fork steerer just like a stem would. And I have it attached below my stem, which allows me to then mount my Anything cradle here. And I also have an accessory power bar attached as well. Hey folks, really quick, if you're enjoying this video, please click like and subscribe down below. It really does help out the channel. Thank you. Now moving further back, next up is my top tube bag, and this is where I use a hack from my previous video where I have my top tube bag stabilized without the need of any strap around the steer tube. Moving down a little bit, this is my custom frame bag from Loam Equipment. This is a half frame bag designed to allow me to use water bottles. And the water bottles are easy to get in and out because I'm using specialized Z cages that are side load, allow it for easy access to the bottle when you need it. Moving towards the back of the bike, I have a suspension seat post. I love this thing for just that little bit of extra comfort. And yes, you can attach a saddlebag. This is the Cane Creek E-Silk seat post, and I chose this because it works really well with a saddlebag. Attached to my saddlebag, I have a hip lock bike lock. It's super lightweight, adds nothing, but gives me just that little bit of extra confidence when I go into a convenience store. And it works good enough. It's certainly not going to deter a determined thief, but it will stop that crime of opportunity, someone just running off with your bike. Moving down a little bit, this is where I attach my radar. This is super handy for riding those deserted gravel roads where you haven't seen a soul for quite a while and you're listening to music and suddenly you realize there's a car behind you. So this warns me and allows me to get out of the way without having any issue. The mount for the radar can be pretty flimsy, allowing the light to move around a bit, so I used a zip tie to secure it down and now it doesn't move at all. And my final tip, I always bring along a Schrader to Presta adapter. I keep this attached as a valve stem cap. It's super handy if you need to refill your tire at a gas station or seat a tubeless tire. So that's it for some of the unique things about my bike setup. I hope you found it interesting and informative. If you like this kind of content, be sure to check out this video right here where I go over some amazing bikepacking hacks to help you get your rig set up for your next ultimate bikepacking adventure.